Hey there, YTPC. Crafty Piping. Happy Friday. We made it. So, get the housekeeping out of the way real quick and easy. Smoking another estate pipe. I love my estate pipes. Get them for good deals. I clean them up nice, put them on a buffer, get them all shined up. This is a Ehrlich. I'm going to call it a semi-bent pipe. It's a Dublin. It's got some dings in it, but the wood overall came out looking pretty good. Stem came out nice. Even it was able to salvage the hallmark there. Smoking some another sample from Just Piping, the Mixture 965 match. Tell you what, pretty good. I haven't smoked a English in probably close to 5 years. But see, I started on Englishes with some lat bombs, Latakia bombs, and I just don't remember them vibing with me too much back then. So trying them now, and I've had a few bowls of this already. It's pretty good. Kind of heavier on the Orientals. Latakia is kind of light, which is nice. I also picked up some English luxuries from Peter Stockaby from my local shop to try out, just to see kind of, trying to broaden my horizons with English blends. Either way, been a crazy week. I passed my EPA refrigeration license exam. I'm now considered a universal technician. So I work with air compressors and compressed air systems, industrial and commercial. And that's been something they've been pushing me towards, is getting into air dryers, refrigerated air dryers, where we kind of need some help in that department. So I took my test 2 weeks ago. They finally got it graded, and I passed. So cool. So my company told me, hey, go get yourself some tools for your refrigeration stuff now. I said, well, how much can I spend? They said, well, don't go crazy. That's all I was told. So I went and got some good stuff. Well, most of it's out in the works, right? But I got the boxes here. Got a field piece leak detector, rechargeable. Then thought about getting analog or digital gauge or analog gauge, but I went with field piece with a micron gauge already built in, so I can check my vacuum when I'm doing recovery. Man, I just got that yesterday, and I didn't think they were going to start putting me on jobs like this yet. I know a little bit about them, but not enough to know anything major. I get sent on a job today, and it was supposed to be just a simple service, and then take a look at the dryer because they think that the condenser fan motor was bad. Which I've changed those before. You don't need a license for that. Just when you're working on the refrigeration side. And come to find out, when I get there, customer right away wants me to look at the dryer. Okay. Well, I got it figured out, and it wasn't the fan motor. It was the fan switch on the refrigeration system. So I get to go use all my new goodies. And talk to the customer, let them know what I found out. Went to the refrigeration house, supply house. Picked up a different style fan switch. Retrofitted that in. Got them up and running. But by the time I was done with all that, because I'm kind of trial by fire, man, learning on the fly. It's 8 hours. Time to go home. So the service got rescheduled, but the customer's happy, so that's all that matters. But yeah, I just got my license, and I'm already getting thrown into it. It's crazy. I was talking to one of our other techs over the phone. He was kind of helping me troubleshoot. Well, not troubleshoot, but helping me just kind of learn what I'm looking for. I understand, pressures, temperatures, all that, but just kind of what to set the fan switch to, what's ideal, what's this and that. Because this one was adjustable, the other one was a fixed fixed setting switch, but we went to an adjustable one. And he said, "Didn't you just pass your test?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm greener than that crayon." He's like, "Well," he's like, "that's how you learn." I'm like, "Well, yeah, it is, but man, it's rough." But there's something to be said for learning by doing. You know, I work for an Ingersoll Rand distributor, and Ingersoll Rand has factory training for their dryers, their compressors, and they don't make the dryers. They just rebrand them, but there's training for them. But they try to put my words together. The classes are good, but when it comes to real world, they're different. Everything's always different in the real world. It's like going to school. They'll teach you everything you want to know, but then when you get out there, you got to have some, problem solving abilities. So I always encourage people, and anybody, no matter what you're doing, just go do it. I mean, do your research into it so you at least have some idea what you're getting into, but just do it. You're going to make mistakes. That's okay. You know, if it's in a business type setting, be it, you're working on somebody else's equipment or whatever it is, as long as you do right by the guy that you're working for, your customer, that's all that matters. Most people are pretty understanding. If you're learning, I even told the customer, I say, "Hey, look, I'm talking to another guy who's a more senior tech. I kind of got thrown into this, but we're going to get you squared away." And sure enough, by the end of the day, they were squared away. Could it have taken a more senior tech less time? Absolutely. But I'm a newer guy. I've been doing this for 4 years. Just got into the refrigeration side of things, so I'm a greenhorn. But yeah, just if you ever feel like unsure of yourself, just get out there and do it. It builds a lot of confidence in people, I think, and that's how I rather learn by being with somebody and having me do it. That way, I have guidance on site, not on the phone. But at the same time, learning by doing it, there's just something that a classroom and a book will never replace hands-on experience, working problems out and fixing those problems. So don't ever lose confidence in yourself. No matter what it is, like I said, it could be anything. Sorry about that. Got interrupted. Either way, yeah, I feel like hands-on experience and just learning by doing is one of the best ways you can learn. I mean, like I said, I went to college for a couple of years. I got my associate's degree in electromechanical engineering, and I know that's nothing crazy, but I tell you what, it's nice to have that background knowledge, but sometimes you don't fully understand something until you just do it. I did some engineering work out of college, and I hated working from a desk. Just couldn't. It's not for me. So then I did some electrical motor work, generator work for about 3 or 4 years after my engineering job, traveling a lot. I was in multiple states: Maryland, Florida, Texas, Alaska, California, Pennsylvania, Ohio. That's where I live. Indiana, Illinois. We were all over working on stuff, big stuff, 10,000 horsepower, big giant hydro generators. Loved that job. Pay was iffy. Overtime was all the time. But now I'm working, making more money. Ironically, working more local. I mean, farthest I work from home is usually about 2 hours, and that's pretty uncommon. Usually it's around an hour, hour and a half. I work from home. Working on air compressors, like I said, but there's just something to be said for hands-on experience, and there's a reason why you pay guys who've been doing this for 20, 30 years what you pay them. I mean, they're worth it because they can fix it fast and get you up and running. But yeah, it's just been, man, today I learned so much. Just in that little bit, and there's still so much I have to learn, but I get excited to learn new new trades, new skills. And I don't think there's ever a time where if a company is willing to pay you to better yourself and learn new skills, that you shouldn't take advantage of that and learn and better yourself. Not only it'll help the company out that you're working for, obviously, but if the company is willing to take care of you, you take care of them. If something ever happens and you and the company fall through, guess what? You've got the skills, the certifications, the licenses. You can move on and make a good living. And I'm going to be 28 this year, and I feel like I'm doing pretty good for myself. I own my house. Still paying on it, but I own my house. I got a nice truck. It's paid off. Pretty low debt overall. But yeah, just man, I love this job. So yeah, smoking some English blends, rattling around my pipe ashtray here. Got this ashtray I use when we're showing it. But yeah, let's figure a little Friday ramble. Happy Friday. Thank God it's here. But all right, guys. Cheers. Have a good weekend. Stay safe out there. And catch you next time.